Another key in ACE Express is the location that items are sent to. From this page, you can add, edit, and remove locations, as well as print location barcode labels. Here you can see the list of locations that are currently in ACE Express. You can see the location code in this column, the description in this column, whether or not each location requires a detail in this column, and whether or not each location is on site in this column. To add a new location, let's go ahead and click on the New button. Here, you can type in the location code and a description of the location. Additionally, you can determine if the location requires a location detail. A location detail is used when a larger location has several sub-locations in it. If you check Require Location Detail, whenever you enter this location in data entry or transactions, you will be prompted for a detail before it will accept the location. Also, you can determine if the location you entered is on-site or off-site. Most of the locations you enter will be on-site, so this control will default to being checked. On-site locations are just that, locations where property and evidence can exist that are in the property section. Off-site locations may include court or a crime lab. Some transactions delineate between on-site and off-site locations, so make sure you set it correctly here. Additionally, you cannot enter in a location code that already exists, for example COUR. Let's go ahead and enter in this location. And let's require location detail and make it be off-site. Let's go ahead and add that, and you can see it's been added to the list. There's the code that we entered, the description. It requires a detail and it's off-site. Editing a location is very simple. Just click the location you want to edit and click the edit button. However, there's two different modes that you can edit from. The first mode is when you're editing a location that has already been used in either a transaction or data entry. Let's go ahead and click on edit. Location 1 is just one of those locations that has been used. Because it's been used, we have very limited access into what we can change. Let's go ahead and change the description here. It's the only thing we can change. Let's go ahead and click on update. You can see that the description has been updated. If, however, you try to edit a location that has not been used in transactions or data entry, you have fewer limitations. Let's go ahead and edit the one we just added. The location code is still locked down, but we can still edit the description, whether or not it requires location detail, and whether or not it's on-site. Let's go ahead and make some adjustments. And let's go ahead and update that information. And as you can see, the description has been updated, as well as the detail part and the on-site part. Removing location is simple too. Just click the location you want to remove and click the remove button. However, ACE Express will check and make sure that that location has not been used. Like for example, if we try to move location 1, it will check and it will tell us that it's been referenced somewhere in the database. However, if it isn't, it will remove it for us. You will of course be given a confirmation screen like this to make absolutely certain that this is what you want to do. Let's go ahead and say yes, and we're kind of back to where we started. Finally, let's talk about location labels. In data entry, you had the option of printing package and item barcode labels. Here you can print location barcode labels. The first step is to choose one or more locations that you want to print a label for. In the area where it says add location, you can type in a location code or click the question mark button to choose a location from the list. Let's go ahead and type one in. When the location is valid, the add button will be enabled. Let's go ahead and add that one to the list. Next, let's add one, the question mark. Okay, select. This location requires a detail. Let's go ahead and enter that in. We can now add it. Additionally, you can add the same location more than once in this list, so we can add that location a couple more times. This is the list of locations that you'll be trying to print labels for. If one or more of these locations is not right, you don't want it in the list, just go ahead and click on remove and it will remove it right from the list. Finally, when you're ready to print the label, just go ahead and print the labels, and it will print it to the label printer that you have set up in the workstation settings. If you haven't set it up, you'll see this and you'll be able to set it up on the fly. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Well, we have a laser printer here, so let's go ahead and choose the laser printer, and then we have to pick our laser printer queue. Go ahead and select the proper queue from the list, in this case the LaserJet 4 SI, and when we're done, just go ahead and click on OK, And here, we're going to be printing the Avery 5163 labels. Then we have to print the label where we're going to be starting from. You can pick any one of these, and it will start there. Let's go ahead and just start from the top, and let's go ahead and preview, see what it's going to look like. Here you can see the labels that it would print. Of course, you come back and you can print those from here. Go ahead and close. You may be wondering why you would ever need location labels. Unless they are right next to the workstation to scan, they might seem useless. One of the main reasons to print location labels is to use in conjunction with an offline CE device. The CE device allows you to do moves and inventory checks away from the workstation. Location labels are useful because they can be scanned in rather than typed in. For more information about offline CE devices, check out the Ace Express user manual.